I'm going to make Texas Roadhouse rolls in a bread machine. I did not have one, and after I ate the rolls that Sean and Amy have been making in theirs, I went and got me a bread machine at Walmart. Couldn't get one exactly like theirs, but if you have a bread machine, I'm sure it'll work. If you want to know what I have, I'll link it at the bottom. But the thing that is so great about putting them in a bread machine is you're just going to dump things in a certain order. You will not stir it. I'll show you. The first thing you're going to put in is a warm cup of milk. Hope I don't spill it. All right. It's just warm. You don't want it too hot. That's the first thing. The next thing is you're going to put, oh goodness, I'm glad I looked because it's 1/4 of a cup of water. Let me pour this out and I will, I read it as 1 1/4. Good gracious. That wouldn't have been good at all. So, okay. Yay. Thank you, Lord, for letting me see that mistake. 1/4 of a cup of warm water. And I just got this out of my sink of warm. I just turned the faucet on warm. A teaspoon of salt. I love this little measuring thing. I got it at the Amish store. All right. 1 1.5 tablespoons of soft butter. All right. 1/4 of a cup of sugar. 1 egg. Okay. 3.5 cups of bread flour, and I use the King Arthur. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could use all-purpose, but the recipe called for bread flour, and that's what I'm using. Okay. And the very last thing that I'm going to do is 2.25 teaspoons of yeast, and I have the bread machine yeast. 1, 2, and 4. You put your yeast on top of the dry ingredients. Now, I'm going to move this over here, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. On this particular bread machine, 10 is the dough, and that's what I want to do, is to put it to 10, and it is going to knead this, and after we do that, I'll be back. Okay, the bread was on the dough setting for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it has just beeped, saying it's ready. So first thing I'm going to do is put a little flour. Instead of doing it on my countertop, I'm going to do it right on this mat. All right, I'm going to get it out and bring it over here. Look how it rose. Probably should have done this before I took it out, but I've got flour on my hand and I punched it down. And I'm just going to take this out. Okay. Sprinkle just a little flour. And all I'm going to do now is I'm not going to roll it, but I'm going to press it down into a rectangle. It's still got a lot of, I don't know what that is. It's making it so hard to go down. This is my first time to make them, so we're going to see. It's hard to make it into a rectangle, but I'm going to try. Now what, let me see. Okay. I don't want to handle it in when I have to. All right, I'm going to turn it over. And then they said you use a pizza cutter. Cut it right down the middle. And then I think that's 15 right here. And I'm going to put them not real close, not touching. I put parchment paper down. It's big. All right, let me put this a little over there. Then we're just gonna see how many. I didn't do mine as uniform as Amy did, but this is first time. Now see, if I was making bread in that bread maker, I would have it on a different setting, and it would bake the whole thing. It would be completely done when I took it out.
It would be a loaf of bread?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that I took out of here would have been a loaf of bread. Okay. So...
Would you have used the same dough as you do here?
I really don't know. I'm going to have to look at some recipes. I just got this because we love those rolls so much. You know, this is real life. I've never done it. This is going to be the first time.
Scares me every time you run that pizza cutter.
Honey, I know. It's not as sharp as that Raven knife was, I can tell you that. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is put a towel over it. And I'm going to let them sit for about 30 minutes. And they should have risen. And then we'll bake them. These cooked on 350 degrees for 15 minutes. And when they came out, I just took a stick of butter And, you know, while they were really hot, I just went over them like this with the butter. You can see that I have already buttered them. The only thing that I'm not happy with is the way they look. But I'm going to tell you something. Let's see how they taste. Ooh, they're soft inside. So good. I think I'll make them next time. I'm going to really work hard to make them prettier. But you know what? I think people would rather have a roll that tastes good than one that doesn't taste good and looks pretty. But anyway, you got to try this, and I will link my bread machine in the comments. Thank you for watching. Remember to be salt and light.